wanted to just touch on a little bit with you, if it's all right for a bit, and then I'm gonna come to you on something as well, Ross. But one of my mates just asked if could maybe ask you about that whole kind of time at Arbroath under Dick Campbell, because that was a pretty interesting time period for them, right?
Yeah.
And having him as a manager. So, what was that like? Because was that from Championship trying to get into the top level at the time?
I was from League Two.
League Two, sorry,
It was
going
for
up.
League Two, aye.
Yeah.
So he came in my second season.
Hmm.
My second season at Arbroath 5. First season was a disaster. I think we finished second bottom, maybe third bottom.
Right.
I had also got an injury that season as well. I had my ligament, so I was out for about 10 weeks, I think it was. The two guys that took me to the club, they got relieved of their duties, and then Dick Campbell came in maybe about the March time or something, February time.
Okay.
And we won a great, to be honest with you. And then I remember we got beat. I think it was 4-0, 4-0 away to Elgin in the last game of the season. And he just like, he didn't really say much, to be fair. Didn't really get emotional. He just came and he was like, "Oh well, that's the season done. That's just beat. I'll not see a lot of yous again anyway. So I get yourselves changed." And we were just like, what's going on here? And he's like, just started calling folk off the bus. It was just like,
Oh, really?
"You'll not be here. You'll not be here.
Wow.
You'll not be here." And I think there was only 4 of us
Wow.
that he kept, which is pretty ruthless. But he knows what he's doing. If you look at his Fife now, they're top of the league. You know what I mean? He just beat Bonrig 5-0 at the weekend. And when he spoke to me, I remember him speaking to me very clearly, because I was shitting it on the bus. I had to move his newspaper for me, go and sit beside him. And I thought I was going to be one of them, like, "See you later." But he says, "Look, I told you like 10 weeks ago that I wanted you to stay. And that doesn't change, but you're not going to play." He's like, "You're not going to play much." He said, "I want 2 players for every position." I've already got 2 players coming in your position, so there's going to be 4 centre midfielders, like that kind of thing. And I was just like, quite lucky to still be getting a contract,
Yeah.
probably, because the team were terrible. We didn't do well. There was good players there, we just didn't do well. And then the next year, went into pre-season and the team was full of good players.
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh, holy shit!" Like, he has really stuck to his word. He knows his stuff. He had good contacts. He had been at Forfar before that, and he just took loads of old Forfar players and that. So it was, yeah, he was true to his word. There was going to be competition for places, but I kind of thrive in the situations. I always think I have. The sink or swim situations, and I rose to it and played every week and we won the league. So that was the start of it.
Yeah.
After that, it was like the next 5 years was just like an upwards trajectory. Like, we were finished 4th, I think it was, in League One. And then so we got into the playoffs. We got beat in the playoffs with Dumbarton, and that was a disaster for him. Like, we were all, I was personally, I thought, wow, like, we've done really well here. I thought the jump would be huge from League Two to League One. Hadn't played League One before, and it was like, oh, this is going to be tough. Am I good enough? Like, questioning all that sort of stuff. He's obviously got loads of experience, managed in all the divisions, won all the divisions, I think. So he wasn't best pleased. He thought it was all right, but he wasn't convinced with a 4th place finish and again being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then the next year he signed again, top players, and we won it. Went up to the Championship, and again it was like that similar feeling of like, right, we're in the Championship now, how are we going to fare, like, big clubs. And he wasn't just happy with that either. He wanted to just keep getting better and better and better, and you could see with the people he was signing, he always just signed the best players.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was really good. And then latterly in his spell, things became really tough.
Yeah. I can imagine when someone's like that ruthless and things are going well, it works. But then when it starts to not, I'm sure you'll probably start to find, and maybe you will as well, turn into stuff like, it's like anything walking life. You make those decisions to be ruthless, and if they work, it's all great, right? As soon as it doesn't start to work, you lose. Maybe folks start like not being on your side as much, if that makes sense, because you're not winning. and it's not working.
So what he did when he was looking back now, he was obviously right to do what he done
Yeah.
because it all worked. Everything worked for him. But then when he recruited, for the whole of like his first full year, and we won that league, those boys never really changed. He never really got rid of anyone. He probably had a bigger task on his hand getting rid of people.
Right.
Because people didn't want to leave.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They wanted to be part. Everybody wanted to be part of it.
Got you.
So, that's on him. He built that.